Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves. In today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about a few plants that I bought for the hype. And I bought because I thought you guys would like seeing those plants on my channel. In the beginning, I really felt like you guys needed that to stick around here, and I've realized now that that's definitely not the case. Even though I haven't been buying plants at all, you guys are still here and I appreciate you guys so much for sticking around. I do promise though, I will be purchasing some new plants in the new year, although it might be kind of near the middle to end of the year because we are going to have to move again eventually. We are only in this area because of us both going to school here. And as much as we love this apartment so much, we just can't be here. It doesn't really make sense. We're far away from family. So yeah, eventually we will have to move out of this place. And then once we do move to a more permanent spot, I will definitely be purchasing some more plants. But yeah, today's video is going to be all about the plants that I bought just because I thought you guys would enjoy seeing them on my channel basically, and it would bring more people to my channel if I bought them. That's kind of where this video's at. So stick around for some tea if you're interested. And yeah, before we do get into today's video, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so by clicking that red button down below. I would love if you would stick around with me for a few extra videos at least. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like me later. Also, if you enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can do it now or at the end of the video. I will remind you, don't worry. And also, if you want to join as a member, you can do so by clicking the join button down below or the link in the description if you don't see a join button, but that gives you access to extra content. There are some videos up there for members only, and you also gain access to our Discord group chat that is private, and it gives you a little more access to me. But yeah, that is basically it before we get into today's video. I hope you guys really enjoy it. So before we really get into the video, I do want to mention that, you know, you really should not be buying plants if you don't like them for yourself. Plants are not a status symbol and they never should have been in the first place. So if you don't like the look of a plant, even though it's super popular, don't get it. Honestly, plants can be an investment. So if you're purchasing at a low price to sell if the market changes, that's one thing, but I really do believe that houseplants should be in your life for joy and not for monetary purposes. Obviously, if you have a business, that's one thing, but usually if you do have a plant business, you also really do love houseplants. So yeah, just make sure that you're not going out and buying plants just because they're popular, and you're buying plants because you really love them. Before we do get into the clout plants, I did want to show you guys my Philodendron snowdrift. I'm really proud of myself on this one. This is a plant that I had no idea about before I purchased it. I really just bought it because I absolutely loved the way that this one looked. I bought it from Plant Haven. This was my first ever online plant purchase, and I really had no background information, and everything was selling out super quickly, so I bought it without even knowing, and then I looked it up. This was the best plant purchase I ever made because I am so in love with this plant. It's become, you know, a little bit more expensive too, which is nice. The value has gone up on this plant, and also it's just so freaking beautiful. So again, buy plants that make you happy and that you love the look of, and not just plants that have a name that you're familiar with. So this is the first plant that I bought for the clout. You know, this here is a blue oil fern, and I purchased this from Kim's Nature. I think I purchased this one about 1.5 years ago now when I was shopping with my mom, and I still do really like this plant, and I think it's definitely grown on me. But initially I did buy this plant because it was featured on Crazy Plant Guy's channel, and I know that he really liked it, and I thought, you know what? this guy's got lots of followers and he loves this plant, so why shouldn't I get it? And I know that's so silly, but yeah, that is really the reason that I bought this plant. I do now think that it's very beautiful, and even though I was planning to trade it a little while ago, I think I'm gonna hang on to it. It's not super difficult to care for, it just needs water when it's dry. But yeah, this was definitely a plant that I purchased with the intention of just kind of showing it off, which is, again, so stupid, but it kind of gets to you, you know? The hype of plants gets to you, and if you haven't felt that before, good on you, but I know that most of us have. This next guy here is a plant that I definitely purchased just because I thought it was a cool plant and I thought that you guys would like it, but it's definitely grown on me as well. I think a lot of these plants have grown on me since I purchased them, and my reason for purchasing now would be very different than they used to be. I think that I got rid of most of the plants that I still wasn't loving that I bought for, you know, the clout. Definitely a Philodendron Pink Princess being one of those, but this is a Monstera of some sort. It could be a Monstera esqueleto. It could be something else, but I really don't know. I did purchase it as an esqueleto, so again, I did buy it for the name, but it is a really beautiful plant and it grows so easily, so I'm really happy that I did actually get it now, but my intentions were not so pure. That's what I'm trying to say. We do have some new growth coming out on this one. Hopefully by the time I come back from vacation, this guy has, you know, unfurled that leaf. We also have some nice little nodes there, so I may actually be able to propagate this one. I didn't even think about it, but it might be something I look into doing. Let me know if you'd be interested in a cutting of this plant. It's really, really cute. I like it a lot. I think it's different from just your regular Adansonii because these holes are a little bit different than the Adansonii that I had, but yeah, definitely a cool Monstera. And I don't have many Monsteras, so this one is cherished now. You would think that my Philodendron strawberry shake would be one that I purchased for the clout, but this plant is one of my favorites, and I mean that because of how beautiful it is. I actually could care less what this plant is called, what it goes for. I just really, really love the look of this. I love the variegation. I love this skinny leaf shape. I will say I like the immature strawberry shakes a little bit more than the mature ones with more heart-shaped leaves, but you know, you can always keep it kind of immature if you keep propagating it, so maybe that's what I'll do. But definitely a lovely, lovely plant that I didn't buy for the hype. But yeah, I just wanted to mention this one because I know a lot of people might think that, and it's just not the case. This guy here is another plant that I bought because I thought it would be a cool one to show off, you know? And I don't mean show off as in, you know, hi, I have this, look at me. But more so just show to you guys. I really do still like it, but I am looking to sell or trade this plant just because I don't really have the time to take care of anthuriums, and they are a little bit more tricky. This leaf is yellowing off, but we do have a brand new leaf on the way there that's looking really pretty. This one did have another leaf when it came to me. It was a really big, beautiful leaf, and then it just died off, sadly. But it is still a really nice plant. It did grow on me a bit, and I think I did like it in the beginning, but it was definitely a move for the channel, I feel like. And I hope that you guys, you know, appreciate my honesty and don't take it too seriously. It is my job, you know what I mean? So I'm not just purchasing these plants to post on Instagram. I do make money from YouTube, and you know, it's the way that I live right now. So I really appreciate everyone watching, and I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from and don't take it too seriously. So yeah, this is another plant that I will be getting rid of eventually because I'm not obsessed with it, but definitely purchased it with the wrong intentions. Well guys, I think that the only other plant that I purchased, mostly because I, you know, wanted to show you guys a really cool plant on the channel, was this really cool variegated Monstera. I found this at Secret Garden actually when I was working there. It was on the windowsill, and I noticed a little bit of variegation on one of the leaves. That leaf I think has since died off. Actually, no, that's not true. I think this was the leaf. And it started yellowing a bit as soon as I brought it home, or not yellowing, but brown a bit on the edge. That's why I had to cut it off. But I think it's just because these guys are a little bit more sensitive to touching, if you know what I mean. Like the leaves just are affected by the oils on our skin. But anyways, this is definitely a plant that I purchased because I thought it was cool and because I knew that these were really popular. It's not really a plant that I bought because I love green on green variegated monsteras. I do think they are really cool, and I have been able to trade a lot of pieces of this and sell pieces of it, which have been really great, but it's definitely not my favorite plant. I do prefer the Monstera albo to this plant, or even Thai constellations, but I have also seen some really giant versions of this plant that would definitely change my mind. I think it might just be because mine is immature, and the reason it's immature is because I've cut it back so many times, as you can see right there. So it is kind of my fault, but I'm not super attached to this plant, which is why I have been willing to trade and sell so many pieces of it. Well guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. I enjoyed going through these plants and just showing you what I bought for the wrong reasons. And yeah, again, don't take it too seriously. You can hate on me in the comments if you really feel like you need to, but I feel comfortable with the purchases that I've been making recently, and that's really all that matters. I just recommend that you guys only buy plants that you really love. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up and also join as a member if you would like to. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.